Okay, so it's 12 now and we can get started. Yeah, so firstly, uh, I wanted to talk to you all guys and wanted to know from your experience so far, how are you liking it and what are the things that you learn? Did you find the first two sessions helpful and what are your expectations from the current session? Anything?
Hi,
Yeah.
I'm Harika. I
Hi.
haven't really attended the
Mm-hmm.
previous sessions,
Mm-hmm.
but I got to know about this series from a LinkedIn post.
Yeah.
Um, I haven't been getting calls,
Mm-hmm.
uh, so I thought maybe there's something wrong with my job application strategy. Jobs,
Mm-hmm.
I do apply on LinkedIn
Mm-hmm.
and some other platforms, but I
Okay.
just wanted to know if I was missing out on anything else.
Yeah,
I
that
see a
makes
lot
sense.
of,
Yeah, go ahead.
yeah. I see a lot of LinkedIn
Mm-hmm.
posts mentioning different platforms
Mm-hmm.
and where you can apply, or is it just straight a normal application or applying with a referral, or again after you apply, reaching out to the recruiter if they're open to messages.
Yeah,
I've seen information about all of these,
yeah,
but I mean, it's not like a one size fits all, right?
yeah,
Some solutions might work for some people, and these are very subjective and personal.
yeah.
Um, at the same time, yeah, it like whatever works for you is just tailored to you based on
Mm-hmm.
your experience and like your resume, your background, and
Yeah,
luck and all of that. It's like a combination of so many things. But
yeah,
nevertheless, I just wanted to see
yeah, yeah,
if there's something that I don't know, and
yeah.
what if it worked for someone.
Yeah, 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 definitely. So, yeah, the questions that you have is the exact set of questions that even I had and pretty much everyone have and come across during their application phase. So it's really important for us to know the right set of things, what works, what doesn't, and the probability of a particular way working out for us. So yeah, that's important, and that's the reason I wanted to have this exclusive session wherein I'll be telling you about what worked for me and how I was able to apply and get through all the and get 9 interview calls from different companies and yeah, get through some of those. So yeah, let's see how it goes. And before I start, I just want to thank you all guys for such an amazing response. These are the messages that definitely motivate me a lot to create a lot of good content for you all and free content especially. Moreover, I see myself in your place. Just a few more months back, even I was trying to figure out what works, what doesn't, and today, I since I am in a good place, I some things worked out for me, and I just wanted to share these things with you guys. I'm pretty sure that everyone will be able to take some of the other things from this session. And thanks for showing your love on my YouTube channel as well. I wanted to have all of my recording at one place, and turns out it's a really, really good place to put all my previous sessions so that not just the people who are attending the sessions live, but others can also go through these recordings and just learn from that. So yeah, I got a very good response, and I'm hoping to get the same ahead. Yeah, looking at the chat, Jayan says it's very useful. Roy says was very insightful. Thank you guys. Thank you. So let's get started. Okay, just confirming my screen is visible. I am audible and everything is all set.
Yep, all
Yes.
set, man.
Good, good enough. Let's go ahead. So, yeah, this is something that we saw last time. The In order to get a job, we need to have three different steps. The first step is having a solid resume. We talked about it in session two. It's very useful. If you have not been through that session, I would strongly recommend to do that. Applications that we'll be looking today, the different strategies, the things that works, that doesn't, and I'll be answering your questions, all the doubts that you have, may it be big or small questions. I'll answer it all, and then the next session will be on interview prep. So you guys see, as in when we are going ahead into these sessions, it's becoming more and more useful and more critical. So yeah, it's going to definitely help you all. And today we'll be focusing on applications. So let us dive deep. I'll be trying to keep it short. These are the things that I'll try to cover. Last time the session on resume went beyond our expectations because there was a lot of things to cover. I'll try to keep it short today. Let us see if we succeed. And then, yeah, as I always say in my every session, I'll be answering each and every of your question till the time all the questions are being answered. I'll be here, and that makes me happy to let everyone ask a question. So yeah, let's look at the agenda today. There will be a brief on how to have your mentality set. Then I'll be talking about two different techniques of applications. First is individual level, and second is applications through connections. Okay, and then finally I'll give a key tip, and then we can go to discussion. In all the two different types of application strategies, we can dive deep, and after each of the session, each of the part gets over, I'll be letting you guys to ask a few questions if you have, and then we can go ahead to the next one. Okay, so yeah, let us have our mentality set. The key thing is that there's a cultural shock that we experience. By we, I'm referencing to people who come from, let's assume, Asian countries or like countries other than USA. So maybe may it be India or may it be China. So the thing is, there we have placements, and we are all very happy with the placements that we have. The company comes to us, and they look for the talent, right? And if they find us talented enough, they will hire us. But yeah, what we see is the company comes to us, and the most important thing is talent. But here we need to look for the companies. Why? Because there's nothing as such called placements. May it be the best university in the US or just an ordinary university, that makes the key difference. And we might be thinking as if, okay, this is like very obvious and we know that. But if we have a mentality set right in the beginning, it is going to help us a lot. So that is really important. And the most important factor when you don't have placements is the reach. Okay, so here the best thing is about reach. Even if you have normal talent or like good level of talent, that is more than enough. You need to have a very good strategy to reach, and let your resume being read by someone in person. If your resume gets rejected by ATS, that's the biggest problem. So or maybe you are not like the hiring manager is not able to read your resume. That is going to hinder your growth, not your talent. So oftentimes we do come across people, and we do come across stories wherein someone who doesn't seem to be that talented, but then they still get to very good companies, whereas there are very much hardworking people who do a lot of hard work but still they don't go through. This is the reason, because they keep on improving their skills and getting better. But talent is not the key thing here, it's reach. You can get into good companies even with good level, basic level of talent, but reach is something that will go through and help. you get the best companies out there and your dream company as well. So yeah, there are two types of applications that we can do. One is at individual level, and second is applications through connections. Okay, so yeah, let's look at the success that I got through individual applications. I got these companies: Amazon, Eli Lilly, Roche, like big giants. Cadre AI, which is a startup. Acradia is again a startup. And what are the companies that I got through connections? Qualcomm, the company where I'm currently working, and Tesla, Moritech, Alkermes. Alkermes is the company where I interned. So, see, the key thing here is it isn't like one strategy works much better than other strategy, right? We need to make a perfect balance of both the strategies, and that is how we are going to get and make the max out of the market. So individual app may be individual applications or connections. It's still gonna work. Both the things work. Only if you do your work correctly, you reach out correctly, you apply correctly, it's definitely going to work. And all this happened with just 2 months of application. It started in the month of February, mid-February 2025, and by the time it was March, April, mid-April, I got the calls from all these companies. And after that, since my interview process was going on, I did not even apply to any companies. So it was these companies asked me, like I got an interview from these companies with just 2 months of application, a concentrated strategic plan. Okay, so let us see what were the things that worked out for me. We'll start with individual applications and then we'll go and talk about applications through connections. So yeah, I have a question already. Go ahead.
Hi, Vik. I'm really sorry to stop you in between, but
Not an issue. Go ahead.
doesn't like don't companies like hire for May 2026 and like August 2025 or something?
I didn't get it.
Like usually new grad hiring for May 2026, right? Doesn't it
Yeah.
like start 6 months or 7 months earlier or something? So I was
Yeah,
just
it does.
surprised when you said 2 months.
Yeah, actually it is. So see, there are different set of roles and different kind of roles, right? One set of roles are opened on annual basis. So if you talk about big giants like Amazon, Google, Meta, these kind of giants, okay? So what they do is they have annual hiring. They know during what part or like during what time of the year they will be needing a lot of candidates. So they have this complete plan for new grads. Whereas if you talk about other companies, they don't have something specific for every calendar year, right? So they hire as in when they have their openings. Okay, so that is the difference, right? And I did yeah, the reason I wasn't able to do early applications was a lot was going in my life. I'll just talk about it in my next session. But yeah, the thing is, I started during mid February, and within 2 months of application I got the calls from all these companies. Got it?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Thanks for clarifying.
Yeah, see, so that's the key thing, right? We often think that what's one month gonna help, or how is the next month gonna change my status. I have been applying since a long time, it's not working out for me. That's how it starts. Applications and growth in your job market, in your job search is exponential. When you make little progress in the beginning, it's not gonna help. But as you do that consistently, the growth is exponential. After a point, believe me, I can just share my screen and show it to you. I got a message from Amazon recruiter just a few months back on LinkedIn, and I haven't like I'm not even applying at this point, right? So most of like a few of the companies that you can see here, they like I got a call from them after I got a job offer from Qualcomm. So that is how it is. Till a point, you will see nothing is working out. There will be a phase in between wherein you will start getting noticed by recruiters. You'll start getting callbacks, phone screens, and then towards the end, it's gonna be super awesome, and you will start getting a lot of job roles. So it is somewhat. Anyways, I don't want to give that analogy. But yeah, anyways, so yeah, I think that answers your questions.
Yeah, it gives a lot of hope, man. Thanks for that.
Yeah, definitely. See, so everyone is going to get a job. I say this every time. Everyone is going to get a job. Someone will get it sooner, the other folks will get it later. The more you grind and the earlier you start grinding is the sooner you'll get a job. That is how it is. Well, so I got another hands up. Maybe they can ask the question.
Hi Vivekanand,
Hi.
Rohini here. So
Hi.
I had a similar question.
Yeah.
Currently, I'm doing graduation in MSBA.
Yeah.
So what's the right time to apply for the companies? You said in mid Feb and March, April, right? But some of the company I can see the openings for
Mhm.
some of the companies, but it's for undergrad student. So
Mhm.
can you elaborate more on that?
Yeah, definitely. So the best time to apply was yesterday. And so, yeah, that's how I would like to put forth this. You shouldn't look for the best time to apply. See, there's one thing I would like to bring this up right in the beginning itself. You'll find a lot of folks saying that, okay, this is not the hiring phase. This is the hiring phase has begun. This company is sponsoring. This company is not sponsoring. There, you will listen to a hell lot of noise and varied responses, varied suggestions. One thing that you should always keep in mind is that there is nobody in this world has been able to crack this thing completely, and they have a desired structure that will for sure going to work, right? So you have different set of things. Yeah, some strategies work for you, some strategies work for someone else. There is no right time. The moment you feel you have a moment of time, 5 minutes, not 5 minutes, but even 30 minutes of time, 1 hour of time, you should start applying. And you shouldn't even look for whether the market is active or not active. You don't have the liberty to wait till the time the market is good, because we don't know, it can even go worse, right? So you should always start up, like keep on applying whenever you get whenever you get time, and we'll look into the different strategies ahead. But I think that answers your question.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. So don't worry about whether the market is open, whether we should wait for the new grad roles. I have a few of my friends I can just tell about them. So they have been just sitting laid back, and they are like, we'll wait for the next year's free new grad roles, and as soon as I that those roles are open, I'll start applying. That's not how it is. You need to work and improve every day, and that's how you are ready when the market opens. You shouldn't look here up and listen to all this noise. Those are like useless things. You should keep on doing your work every day with a constant routine, and that's how it's going to help you. Sure. The next question, Devesh.
Oh, yeah, hello.
Yeah, hey.
Hi, Vivek.
Yeah,
I had a question regarding this connection thing. So when you say you got the interview from Tesla,
yeah.
whom did you connect, like the hiring manager or just the peers from LinkedIn, or I don't know.
I got a referral
How does that
for
work?
Tesla, and I'll be talking about all these things at later stage. So maybe if you can wait till that time, we'll be talking about it in detail.
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
Okay, fine then. I'll go ahead. Okay, so yeah, I was talking about individual level applications, and yeah, and how many applications you should do in a day. This is the hottest question. I think each and every one of us might have asked this question to our seniors, and we get a varied set of response. So let's look into the right number, and that number is not a fixed number, just to give you a spoiler. So yeah, some people just do 5 quality applications a day. So as you can see, this woman in the game, she's trying to figure out some strategies and get some hints from the world out there, and she'll be using this strategy to crack the code and get the treasure. Whereas some people do 50 applications a day, which is equivalent to not breaking your head into trying to figure out what works and what doesn't. Just go on applying to all the companies. So here she is trying to decode the code, and she has been trying to uh, like a lot of different passwords and possibilities to get the treasure. Now the thing is both the approach works. Okay, the thing is both the approach is good enough and it will after a point yield some result, right? But what is the key difference here? The key difference is that here the options basically the all of your applications will have a high probability and a high turnout rate, but the it comes with a trade-off that it will consume a lot of time, whereas here the attempts are very less probable. If you do mass application, don't even look at the name of the company or whether the role is relevant to you or not. Most of the applications will not turn out, so the turnout ratio is less. However, the application doesn't take a lot of your attention and it takes very less time to apply using this approach. So any guesses what should be the right number, or which approach is better, or anything? Any guesses?
Just whatever you have time for, man. That's what I think.
Yeah, so yeah, somewhere around that. Let's see. So what I came up with, and one thing that I have seen with all of my friends, and also my through my experience, is that both the approach is necessary for you. It's not going to one day going and doing just five quality applications or doing 50 applications a day. You need to do both, but yeah, I know we don't have 48 hours in a day, so we need to strategize it well, and how we can do both the things at the same time. Let's have a look at it. Okay, so I
Just one quick question,
yeah,
Vivek. Sorry
please.
to interrupt you. What does quality application mean in this sense?
Yeah.
Like good resume, good cover letter. What does it mean?
Okay, yeah. So quality applications mean targeted applications. You go and look for, so like the woman is trying to find some pattern and eliminate the wrong passwords, and she will get some hints and she'll filter down from 1,000 possibilities. Let's assume to just 10 possibilities. So in the similar sense, what you'll be doing is you'll be filtering out the non-relevant roles. You'll only be targeting to the relevant roles, or let's assume I know that I have an internship at 𝗠𝘀𝘁𝗵𝗴, which is a healthcare company. So it is more likely that I'll be getting a call from a healthcare company. So I'll apply there, right? So that is how I do some sort of filtering. I know that I have a background in electronics and telecommunication. I have taken up some courses on GPU programming, CUDA programming, those kind of things. Then I'll be having greater chance of like greater chance of getting an interview from companies like Qualcomm, Nvidia, as compared to finance companies like JP Morgan, right? So that is what quality application is. You filter down the possibilities and you do a targeted application, whereas quantity application is like you don't look at you don't spend time in filtering, and you just go on applying as much as you can. Is that clear?
Yeah, makes sense, man. Sorry for interrupting. Just want to
Not
clarify.
an issue. Yeah, just raise your hands and I'll let you speak. So, yeah, this is the distinction. You need to do both. That is what my experience and my the experiences that I got from my friends, my seniors, uh, tell. So, yeah, what is maximum likelihood? Again, it sounds like a mathematical concept, but it is going to help you out a lot. What is maximum likelihood? So, it's like putting more efforts in something which is more probable, okay, and putting less efforts in the ways or in the things that is going to that has lesser chances of yielding success. Got it? So let's see. I have came up with this formula. Okay, so yeah, score is something it's like the likelihood of you getting a call back or you getting an interview. Okay, and this score is equal to sum of probability. So probability is the likelihood of a particular technique working out. So if we go back, we see that the quality applications will definitely have a higher probability of getting converted into an interview, whereas the quantity applications here the probability will be less, right? It's obvious. Here you are curating and you are seeing relevance, whereas here you are doing just basic or like random applications. So that is probability. That is what probability is, and time is the time that you devote for any particular task. So this is the score. Now let us look at these two cases. In case one, the probability of you getting an interview from your application is like, let's assume 10 by 100. So if you do 100 curated or quality applications, the likelihood of you getting a callback is 10 out of those 100 applications. Whereas for the other one, for the other application, quantity application, only 2 of 100 applications may turn out. Okay, let's take these numbers. In the case one, if you give most of your time, like 10 hours, and less time to the quantity application, it is going to yield very good results. Okay. Whereas in case two, if you see, if you give less time to something which is more probable and more time to something which is less probable, the overall score is far lesser. Got it. So by this, what I want to conclude is that you should always maximize the score by putting more time for more probable ways and less time for less probable ways. And this has worked wonders for me. And if you want to know what I did 50-50% for both. 50% of time for quality applications and rest of the 50% of the time for quantity applications. Let us look at my timetable that I followed. So when to apply and how to when to apply, okay, and how much time to spend for each type of the applications. So this is the timetable that I followed. You can see that as soon as it was 11 a.m. in the morning, I used to do targeted applications, and my aim used to quality applications, and my aim used to have and get 2 referrals out of it, just two, not more, not less, 2 referrals. Okay, and that is like 2 hours, right? And for the next 2 hours from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m., I used to do quantity applications, and my target used to be to complete 20 applications. And why was I complementing it? As you can see, even at night I followed the exact same structure with similar time, 1.5 hours each. So why did I do this? See, the quality application takes a lot of your attention, so your brain is completely involved. You are scrolling down on LinkedIn, you are trying to reach out people, you are trying to build communication, build some connections and communicate with them, set time for their call, for your call with them, and it does take a lot of your brain's attention, right? Whereas the quantity application, it doesn't consume your head a lot. You just need to start like have your LinkedIn page on, put a few filters and just click and feed values on your applications, right? So the key thing here is to complement these two things. Once you have utilized your head a lot, you'll be tired, you would want something simple, and then comes the quantity applications. So if you have this particular structure, it is definitely going to help you and prevent you from draining out and losing rest of your day. Okay, so yeah, that is it. Now let us talk about tab groups. These are one of the best techniques that I can share and I can talk about. These things are going to work wonders. It worked really, really well for me. It not just helps you filter out and get the right set of jobs, but it also prevents a lot of time. Okay, so let us see what exactly it is. We all use Chrome, right? We all use Chrome or any other browser. So what are these things? So we can group a few set of tabs into one tab group, and this may seem very trivial, but this has super good impacts. Let us see what do I mean by this. I hope my screen is visible. So yeah, can you see the screen of my Chrome?
Yes.
Yes, Vivek.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
see, just have a look at it, what I'm doing. I just go here. Let's assume it's morning 11 a.m. and I just want to start doing my application. I'll start with the top application or the quality application. So I'll just go here. I'll just go to tab groups. I'll just click on top, which means quality applications for me, and I'll just click on open group. As soon as I click on open group, all of the companies that I want to be at, and these are all my dream companies, okay, where the chances of me getting hired is the maximum. So I will just click on that. It will load all at once, and I can just scroll down. I knew that my screen is going to freeze a little, but yeah, I will just scroll down and I will have all the filters in place. So it has been some time that I opened this, or else like previously, even my resume was kept by them. And as soon as I load this page, all of the filters is in place, and I am able to look at the relevant job roles automatically. Okay, so which job role or which particular role is relevant to me or not, and and same goes for the other companies. So let's assume I click this, and I am here. See, look at this filter. Less than 1 year experience roles, full time, hardware development, software development, database administration, machine learning, data science. So these are the filters that I have already applied, right? And these are all applied directly. I just have to click here, and similarly, all my other targeted companies uh, will be here. Okay, and just within a simple click I have all of my filters. I don't need to spend like 10 or 20 minutes every day every time to have this filters on and get the right set of applications that I want to have. This saves a lot of time, and it will remember all the filters. This will give you the most relevant job to look at in the beginning, so you can start your day with this. And once you have seen all of your target companies, it will take some time. You can then reach out to the relevant folks you have as your connections in those companies. You can ask them that, hey, I got to see XYZ role in this in your company, and I'm very keen about it. Can you just refer me for those roles? And that's how it works. Okay, so this is what I used to do. I'll just close this group of tabs. And I had like a lot of different companies listed down here. So let's look at Google. I have applied, I have clicked early, I have clicked masters and stuffs. Believe me, this is definitely going to speed up your application process by at least 1.5 times. And this has helped me a lot. I don't have to invest my brain's attention to basically put some filters, or just a recall which are the top companies that I want to target. Is there any opening or no? Because the openings will be coming and it will just go off, right? It will just go, and by the time you realize that this particular role was open a day back or 2 days back, it will be gone. It will not be anywhere, and then you'll be losing out on the opportunity of applying to your dream role. So this works a lot. I'll be closing this group, and let's go back to our tab. Yeah, so this was the top applications where I that I use for quality applications. Okay, and the other one is the this particular tab group which I use for quantity applications. So what I do here is, again, I go here, I go to tab groups. I have it all ready for me. I just click open group. I know it's going to hang a little, but let's see. Yeah, so I click here. Okay, and it will be there. Let's wait for a while. Yeah, so you can see here the job groups where I'll be top applicant is being shown here. Okay, it has all the relevant jobs that LinkedIn suggests me through the LinkedIn premium feature. Okay, and here, from here onwards, I have all the uh, all the particular filters that I have applied. So if I click here, you can see most relevant is something I have sorted it by most relevant, date posted, past 24 days. I'll be only looking at the fresh roles. I'll be looking at entry level roles, okay, full time. So these filters, every time you just click on these filters, it will take a lot of time, right? Half of the time that you want to use for your application will be lost there itself. So why not put these filters like title? You know that you don't want to work as a civil engineer. Why do you want to LinkedIn to suggest you that? Just keep these filters, save this tab group, and every time you open it, all the filters will be ready in front of you just by a single click. So here you see what kind of roles have I applied for. Generic roles, okay. These are all not generic, basically big tech roles, but I haven't filtered it down by domain, okay. And as I go next, here I have applied for machine learning roles. Here any general engineer roles, okay. So here it's all machine learning roles, and I have filtered down all the dream companies where I want to be. These are the top 31 companies that were hiring. These companies were hiring during that time. So I have this filter already. See, full time has verifications, job function, these kind of things you can have. So this was my machine learning filter. Again, this is also the machine learning filter, but this must be something different. Let's see what is different here. These are all the top companies only. Okay, very like the top niche, Fang Mang, whatever we can call it, but these kind of companies. And what is special here? There must be something special. Yeah, this is semiconductor manufacturing companies. I have background in electronics. I have put this filter. I have kept it down. And let's see what is special here. All the healthcare companies. I have done an internship in healthcare. I have all these filters all in place. Everything AI engineer is the type of role I'm looking for here. Domain filters I have put. I have the complete control of choosing the right set of roles. And see, the key thing here is if I remove these filters, the number of roles that I can see will be here in hundreds or thousands. I'm pretty sure. But as soon as you have these filters all in place, you will just get to see very small numbers, and you can just pick the best companies out there and keep on applying. So this is the strategy that I followed. It worked wonders for me, and I'm pretty sure that it is going to work for you guys as well. This is very important. I cannot emphasize enough the convenience that it gives, and the initial um, uh, the platform is all set for you to just come and start your application. You don't have to break your head in recalling which were your best companies, or which kind of filters do you want to place, and whom to reach out, and these kind of things. You have it all in place. You just come here and start your application. So the point to remember here is tab groups are one of the best ways to keep yourself updated and save ample of time in finding jobs. So I strongly recommend doing this. I got to see someone raising their hand. They can ask their question. Yeah, yeah. Shoot.
Hi Vivek,
Hi.
am I audible properly?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I have been using these tabs before for my job applications, and it has worked wonders for me.
Mhm.
I had a small question, like for the quality application, do you recommend just using the job portal of a specific company? And for quality applications, do you recommend using third party platforms like LinkedIn, Glassdoor, or Indeed?
That's a very, very good question. That's a very good question. This was the exact thing that I was going to bring up next, but glad that you asked this question. So, see, there are some companies who post their roles on LinkedIn and other job portals. Okay, there are some companies who don't, and by some I mean all good kind of companies. For example, if you go to Tesla's page, and if you try to look for the roles, they don't even have when a particular role was open and is the role active or not. Maybe they have that whether the role is active or not, but have they completed the application, their recruitment drive for that particular role or not? You don't find any good information. So for Tesla, I if you can see here, I always used to prefer LinkedIn, because there it is all curated. They have this information that which role is active, not active, and when this particular role was open. Their LinkedIn's job alerts is also very good. So I use LinkedIn for Tesla. Whereas for Qualcomm, Okay, their portal is really good. They do recommend a lot of roles as per your resume as well. So monthly, around one or two roles I used to get as a recommendation from them. The email used to read like, hey, we found that XYZ role in our company seems to be a very good fit for you. Do you want to apply for this role? And I used to be like, great, I got a recommendation. And the company, their portal itself, okay, thinks that my resume is a good fit, which means my ATS is cleared, and it is very likely going to be reaching to the hands of a particular recruiter. So just to answer your question, it depends. It depends. For most of the good companies or your dream companies, you must go to their portal, create their career portal, create all a lot like all the relevant filters, and then create a job alert. So you will be getting recommendation from there. But for some companies, their job or their career portal is not very good. So for those companies, I would suggest to stick back to LinkedIn, and it works. Okay.
Yes, thank you so much.
Yeah, sure. I'm glad to know that you are using these tab groups, and yeah, I know it's like super effective. So yeah, let's go to the next speed up strategy. So how do you so I think a lot of you guys might be knowing about Simplify. I just want to reiterate over that and give a very small brief. So it doesn't matter whether you use Simplify or any other automatic job application tools, but it is very highly recommended to use these kind of tools, because there are other folks who are using this tool, and they are able to do 100 applications a day or even more. If you don't use these tools, believe me, I know a few of my friends who don't use these tools, and they realize after a long time that they have been missing out a lot on the quantity side of the applications. So I would recommend this particular tool called Simplify for job applications. It what it does is automatically applies, fills the form for you. It doesn't automatically completely apply, but it saves a lot of time. So let's look at this. So this is how the your profile page will look like. You can feed in some basic information here, and I would recommend you to put all the key information like all of your work experiences, all of your all of your personal information like name, phone number, address, these kind of things. Okay, and the key thing here is you should have your updated generic resume here, not a particular resume, or maybe it depends. So when I used to do quantity applications, I used to have all of my LinkedIn tabs open. The initial few ones used to be general one, so I used to use general resume. And then for the next set of applications where I used to have domain specific, let's assume healthcare, I used to just upload my healthcare resume, and I used to do those applications. Then towards the end, let's assume I go for semiconductor companies, I used to again update my resume, and then I used to do the applications using the resume that is relevant to that domain. Once you have your profile section filled here, and you also need to add that as an extension, which is like very easy. You just do extensions. Yeah, Chrome extensions, and then you just do Simplify. Here you click Simplify, you'll just be able to add that as an extension. It will appear here, and what it can do is whenever you are you have a particular job application ready, or like you are on the page of the you can see the form. So what you need to do is, firstly, the good thing here is that it will provide you keyword match, which is not 100% accurate. I totally believe most of the time it hallucinates and it doesn't capture the right set of skills. But yeah, some of the keywords it will be able to match directly from your resume that you have uploaded and the job description here. You should target a good number here, okay, which will help you a lot. And the other thing is that what you can do is you can just click on autofill this page. As soon as you click this, see the magic happens. It will feed in all the crucial information that you have provided. These kind of obvious questions that you always have to answer, and the answer remains the same each and every time. So these kind of questions, your name, your other details will also be filled directly. LinkedIn profile will be filled, and so this page doesn't ask you for work experience, but if there are other workday, let's assume, or any different platforms that ask you for work experience and those details, it will fill it all. Now the key thing to remember here is that although it will fill it for you, you need to do two level of cross check, because many a times it is not able to find the right right dialog box or the right box here, and it may feed wrong information. So you need to be twice careful, and you just need to look right. You just need to have a glance. Taking a glance takes much lesser time. This speeds up your applications by 3 to 4 times. So yeah, I can't emphasize enough why and how important it is. I am pretty sure a lot of you might be knowing about this, so I won't spend a lot of time here. But for the folks who don't know, this is like a gem of a thing that you must do always. Now, this is one of the additional things that I used to do. What do you mean by quick notes? So, I used to always have a quick note which looked like this. Okay, let me see if I can pull out. Hmm. Yeah, can you see this? So let's assume I am on this page. It is asking me some for my website. Okay. Oh, where did it go? Just give me a second. Yeah, it is asking me for my website. I have each and every of my information which is important for me, all handy, right? If I need to log in, I have my email. I don't need to type it all. I have my email, I have my phone number, I have all of my other details all in place. My school details, masters, and whatever. I also have this template ready for asking for a referral. I also have other key details like LinkedIn profile, GitHub profile, Google Scholar for citations, website, resume link. Each and everything is ready here. As soon as I see I see that any information is needed, I just do Control C and Control V. Doing Control C and Control V is really easy than just typing out these kind of big things, information, or just going to different going to your starting LinkedIn page and getting your these information, or logging in into GitHub to get this information. This comes very handy. It again saves some time. I know it may sound trivial, but yeah, once you get a hang of it, you'll realize how important and how much time it saves. If you are not doing this, you can just start using it. These are some of the techniques that you use to have concentrate like relevant roles, and to speed up your applications for quantity applications. Okay, so this brings us to an end for the individual applications part. Do we have any questions? I know I'll be giving a lot of time at the end for the questions, but still, if you have some immediate questions, I'll be taking up 1 2 questions, and then we can go to the next session, next part. Yeah, yeah, Wang. P Wang. Sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, but yeah, go ahead, ask a question. Mm, is that only me who's not able to hear her?
Oh, can you hear me
Not
now?
audible. No.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, sorry.
Yep.
I if there is a like total number of application you recommend us to have for the whole for like 3 months, or like the total number of applications you recommend.
Yeah, so that's a very good question, and glad that you are here for this session. So, yeah, is there a specific number? No, definitely no. I have a couple of friends. One of my friend who never did any quantity applications, believe me, never did any quantity applications. He only did quality applications and he is now employed. He has a good job and he used to get a lot of calls from different companies. All of the time he used to spend in getting the relevant job roles, the job or the companies where the likelihood of him getting a job is highest. Whereas my other friend, he only did quantity application. He did not use his head to filter down the applications. Both of them are placed now. They are doing well. There is, so that shows there is no number. The first guy did only like 50 applications throughout his application time span. And the other guy did more than 1,000 applications. It works, both the things work, but in order to take the best advantage of it, what I would recommend personally is this strategy that worked well for me. It's like best of both the worlds. Okay, you are not living on the edge by doing this. So try to get 2 referrals every day, 2 to 4 referrals. It may sound a big number in the beginning, but once you get a hang of it, you'll start getting referrals for your targeted company. And you should also target to have like 20 to 40 applications. See, it depends. Initially, when you are still studying as a student, you may not get a lot of time. I completely agree. You will have term test and a different kind of exams that you'll be having, so you won't be able to spend a lot of time. At that time you can reduce down the application numbers by half. Okay, but the key thing here that I'm trying to point out is in a 2 hour time span your application should be 20. In a 1 hour, if you are getting just 1 hour, your number of applications should be 10. And for quality applications, if you are getting just 1 hour, try to get one referral only. Okay, but that is how proportional it is. In general I would advise to have like nearly 30 to 40 quantity applications and 2 to 4 quality applications every day. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, I think this is really clear. And the examples you give about like different people have different like main method of like
Yeah.
applying like either to for quantity or sort of target, like it depends on like this person. So yeah, I think it's totally makes sense. Really like understand. Thank you.
Yeah, sure, thank you. Yeah, next question, Samiksha. Hey, how are you?
Hi, Vivek, how are you?
For others who
Yeah.
we are friends from undergrad, so yeah, that's it, go ahead.
Yeah, so I wanted to ask a question as I have graduated and I'm actively applying.
Yeah.
I've been talking to so many people, so they suggest that now that you have time,
Yeah.
you should tailor your resume for each and every application. So, as you said, quality application and quantity application. So, now I'm confused. I'm doing both,
Mhm.
but quality application do take a time,
Yeah.
and quantity application it's like I have a generic resume, I do apply, but I'm confused with that. I don't know what to do.
Yeah, definitely. That's one of the questions that each and every one of us have. So, firstly, I would like to ask you, did you watch the resume session?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, so I have a particular time frame in between. Basically, I have explained how to tailor your resume and how many versions of resume you can have all set for yourself, and that is definitely going to help you reduce down a lot of your efforts, and you won't have to tailor your resume for each and every role. Okay, so let me see if I can just go there really quick. Da-da-da. Yeah. So if you can look at this, see, on the top, it's like industry, big tech, semiconductor,
Mm-hmm.
healthcare. This is something which was relevant for me. So I have these three things, okay? And then on this side, on the row, I have different technologies, data, machine learning, AI, and software. I used to apply with these resumes. I have like 3 into 4, 12 different resumes. I applied to these companies, and these were the company that the name that you see are the companies that I got with that particular resume. Okay, so once you have these many versions, it becomes really easy. You won't feel like tailoring your resume for each and every role. Now, that being said, if you are doing uh, quality applications, right? So for quality applications, you may want to tailor your resume particular to a job role, very much particular to a job role. Let's assume you see a role at Tesla and you want Tesla is your dream company. You know someone who is working at Tesla, and that person will definitely give you a referral. Then what you have to do is you need to tailor your resume particular to that. Let me show if I can. Let me see if I can show. Probably no, but yeah, I had a version of Tesla. I had a resume version for Qualcomm. I had it for Oracle as well, and a few more companies, all set even before I got an interview from them. Why? Because I know that I had done some autonomous driving things during undergrad, so that is going to help me for Tesla. So yeah, that's how it is. For quality applications, you can tailor your resume for each and every job role. For quantity applications, I recommend having these many versions. And believe me, it doesn't take a lot of time. It's just that you need to just filter out or like tweak a few words. And within 2, 3 weeks of time, you'll be having all these versions. You can improve it anytime. But yeah, it won't take a lot of time to have these versions already. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yep. Well,
Actually, I have one more question. Yeah, so you said that target at least 4 to 5 referrals
yeah.
each day. So the thing is, I've been talking to many people, I've been networking, but the thing is, I see a job post, I talk to people, I send them that I need a referral for this particular position. They say that okay, they'll refer me, but then it takes time for them to, and then I see the job post is gone. So in this case, what I do is I apply and then say that, okay, can you help me reaching out to HR, or can you help me like push my profile? In this case, what would you recommend?
Well, see, that's like a very good point here. Okay, and I think it will be best to answer this question once I have talked about all the application strategies, because it will make much more sense after I talk about the applications through connections. Okay, just remind me at the end. Okay,
Okay, yeah,
I'll
sure.
answer this question. It's a really important question.
Okay. Thank you so much, Vivek.
Yeah, welcome. I saw two guys raising their hands.
Hi
Yeah, I
Vivek. It
had the
was actually
same.
the same question, so I lowered mine. That's why.
Okay, it seems both of you had the same question. Definitely, I'll talk about it. So let's go to the other part, connections through referral. And first, let us understand what is the referral and how does it work, and the different types of referral and how impactful it is. So, referral, we all know, is something that definitely helps you cross through two different layers. Which are those layers? Firstly, the layer of credibility. Every company needs to have some kind of mechanism, maybe ATS or something that they want to have in order to know whether a person is credible or not, or the things that a person has mentioned is credible or not. Okay, so that is how referral helps. And second thing is it helps you pass through all the different kind of checks. And at times, if the referral is strong enough, your resume may directly land to on the hands of the recruiter, which is going to be the best possible way for you to have cleared the reach part of it, of your application. Okay, so referral is super important. It's super important. And as we saw right in the beginning, half of the companies from where I got the callback was through referrals. So yeah, there are different types of referrals. Okay, first kind of, so yeah, being in a company working at Qualcomm, now I know that whenever I am referring someone, I have these kind of options that I can select, and based on that, a particular profile will be reflected to the recruiter. So first option that I get to see is I have worked with that person. Okay, the person whoever I am referring, I get this option. The second is I know the person at personal level, and the third one is I don't know the person at personal level. Okay, the person reached out to me and I'm just applying. So these three different types of referral will have altogether different impact. In my mind, the impact of first one is greater than two, second one and greater than third one, right? And that is how the ordering of the resume will be for the recruiter to have a look at it or the hiring manager to have a look at it. So the likelihood of you getting picked by a recruiter or your profile getting reviewed by a recruiter is much higher if you get the first kind of referral. So yeah, being a person like who is trying to reach out to folks out there in open on LinkedIn is not going to help a lot, because you don't know what kind of referral the person gave you. It may be just this one or maybe just this one. Okay, which will still be better than no referrals at all, because your profile will still be reviewed before other profiles out there. But if you get this referral, this kind of referral, it works wonders. It works really wonders. At Tesla, I have a friend whose name let's not focus on the name, but yeah, he referred me there, and I got a call within 2 days from Tesla. Okay, for that particular role, and it doesn't stop right there. The very first question that the recruiter asked me was, "I see that you are strong. You have been strongly referred by one of the folks in Tesla. Can you just share what kind of experience did you have in common, and where, in what setting did you work together?" And this was the very first question. Believe, just see, I'm not saying that every recruiter is going to ask you about referral. Probably 99.99% they won't, but they do take these things into consideration, is what I want to highlight here. Okay, I told the recruiter that I worked with that person in this setting, and that helps. That is the power of referral. You might be listening from some of your seniors that referrals have become very common these days and it doesn't have any impact anymore, which may be true. These kind of referrals may have very less impact, right? Because the very next thing is like normal applications. Okay, but these kind of referrals still have the same level of impact which it used to have in the beginning. You should always target to have this kind of referrals. And how do you do that? How do you do this? So you need to make an exclusive list of people whom you know, list of seniors. You should just go to LinkedIn, go to your university's name, and then go to the alumni section. You'll be able to see the people who got placed into those companies from your university, right? So those folks are the ones who will be referring you, and the likelihood of them referring you is the highest. So you need to take these kind of efforts, and once you take these efforts, you'll be having a list of people along with their name, their company name, and they'll be giving you this kind of referral, which will work very well for you. But nevertheless, other referrals also work, and it's good to have these. Yeah, so the points to remember here is referral adds credibility and increases visibility. In most cases, your resume goes over most other candidates if you have a referral. And yeah, make a list of people who can refer you. I talked about all of this. Okay. And yeah, so the thing that I mentioned in bracket, be in touch with them. See, nobody likes to just have an additional work, right? So no matter how close a particular person is with you, they won't feel happy to just keep on referring you. Every time they see a message from you, it's about referral. Every time they see a message from you, it's just about some job related thing. It's not going to feel good, right? So you should be in touch, be in talking terms, and do take some ideas. More importantly, it shouldn't be like you are doing this superficially. Okay, you are talking with them just for the sake of talking. It shouldn't be like that. See, the reason that person is in the company, in your dream company, is because that person might have done some really crazy stuff, right? And if the person's job role is similar to that of yours, if you want to become an AI engineer, and the person is already an AI engineer in your dream company, then that person has done a lot of things that you need to do exactly the same way, and you'll be benefited a lot. Okay, so you should take some time even when there is no opening. You should connect with them. You should talk to them, understand what kind of strategy is was used by him to get into that company. How does the team structure looks like? What kind of works? What kind of things do they work on? And what are the technologies on which the company is working? So these kind of information or insider information that you get can be reflected back on your profile, on your resume, and then it will do wonders. Okay, so that is really important. Let's go to the next part: referral effects and types. Okay, okay, I think I talked about it. Yeah, okay. So see, I used to have this particular template ready with me all the time, all the time. Okay. And how does this help? It helps me saving a lot of time in manually writing this kind of message. Moreover, I ensured that none of the critical information was missed. Okay. So, for example, I have this template working at, and there is a placeholder, and with a relevant placeholder skills and aligned experience in placeholder. If I want to apply at healthcare company, I will write relevant machine learning skills, let's assume, or whatever, functional genomics or genomic skills in the an aligned experience in healthcare, I will write. Okay, and the name of the company, the ID, role ID is really important. You cannot just ask someone for referral without mentioning the role ID. So this placeholder used to be really helpful more for me. It saved a lot of time and it ensured that all of the key information was included here. So whenever you send a connection request on LinkedIn, all do remember to have this kind of short message already to be sent. And once they accept your connection request, they are open to referring you, and you see a positive sign from them, you need to send another message that should have all this information. I get to see a lot of people reaching out to me for referral, and they are like, will you are you open to refer me? I say yes, and then they are like, these are the roles I want to be referred for, and I say okay, and then they are like, do let me know if you want my resume. It's obvious I want your resume, because unless and until I get your resume, I won't be able to apply. And then I get their resume, and then again I have to ask them for their location, and these kind of things. So it doesn't work that way. And by the time you are doing this thing, as Samiksha told just now, you'll be far left behind. The role might get even closed, or it will be down the line 2 3 weeks, and you won't get an impact, that strong impact of the referral. Okay, so it's important for you to provide all this information out front. What is this last thing? POV message. Many a times people are generous enough, or if they are your close friends, what they can do is, if they know who is the hiring manager in that particular company, what they'll be doing is they'll be sending a message saying, hey, I worked with XYZ. I worked with Vivekanand when we were in UCSD, and I know that he works really well with machine learning models. He has strong knowledge in AI engineering, and and I find that this role is a strong fit for him. He'll be able to provide a lot of value. So you see, the POV is like point of view. So it should be my as if I am saying this, the person is saying this thing on your behalf to the hiring manager. Okay, so you need to draft this kind of message and send it to them, but only if they ask for. Okay, not in the very beginning, only if they ask for. You can just say in a polite tone that, can you please send this message to the hiring manager for this particular role? It will be very kind of you, and if the person is willing to help you, the person will definitely do this, and this holds a lot of impact. Okay. Yeah, so the points to remember: always have LinkedIn Premium. Okay, so I do have a lot of friends, not a lot, but a few friends who are like, I know LinkedIn Premium doesn't work well. It doesn't help me get the right set of roles, and it is useless. I don't want to spend so much of money in that. In my experience, and all the successful people with me, who have been with me, I have seen that they were able to max out what the features that the LinkedIn Premium provided to them, and it worked wonders for them. Okay, I'll just tell you about one person, a particular friend of mine. She applied to a lot of roles, but most of her applications were through quality applications, and she used LinkedIn feed a lot. Okay, she had like more than 5,000 connections in the entire time span, and a lot of she used to talk to people a lot from all of her dream companies, and turns out she had more number of interview calls than the number of days she applied. It may sound unreal, but yeah, most of the days she used to have one or more than one interviews from different companies. She used to reject a lot of roles, simple roles like software engineer or software engineer 2, and finally she ended up being in software engineer 3 level. Okay, so that is the potential and power you can have by doing good, by utilizing LinkedIn Premium and talking to people. Do show the correct intent initially, do talk to them, and then talk about your referral. Or maybe if you notice that the person doesn't want to spend a lot of time, then in that time you can just you can be out front and just say that, yeah, these are the I just want to have a referral if you are open to referring. She had nearly calls from 100 different companies in a time span of 3 months. That is insane. She had done IIT. She cracked IIT. She's from Indian Institute of Technology, which is a good thing. I know a lot of the responses might be because of this fact. But again, I know other folks from IIT who did not get these many calls, not even good enough calls. So that is how you can maximize. And this is another example that shows how reach is much more important here as compared to pure talent. Got it? And always have a template ready. Again, we saw template helps, and send connection request and ask for connects and meets. This is important. As I told in my previous slide, um, you shouldn't just ask for referral every time. You should connect with them, have a 10 minutes chat, okay, and just try to know about much like good things about the company, the strategies about the company, some insider information. And see, one thing that I've noticed is that the moment you say, let me know what is a good time to talk to you, the person is going to say, yeah, definitely I will let you know. The chat will be read. The person is probably never going to respond back to you, unless that person is like a godly person. So yeah, the thing is, everyone is busy in their lives, right? They don't have so much of time. You should give a calendar, or maybe suggest 2 3 different times, and be show the intent that you really want to talk to them. Give some time frames like, will today evening work for you, or will Saturday morning work for you, or like Sunday evening work for you, whatever it is. But you should suggest time, okay? And then as soon as they agree upon some time, you should immediately send a calendar invite of Google Meet or whatever medium you on which you would want to talk to them. That helps a lot. Okay, you should show that intent. Again, that doesn't mean you just impose a lot on them. Just be mindful of how the conversation is going, but this helps a lot. And towards the end, you will notice that they would appreciate you, that you were so keen and you stuck till the end, till the time they responded back. And once you have in-person conversation with a person, believe me, it works wonders after that, because that person knows you by not just by your name or by your resume, but they have talked to you in person. If they feel like you are really a good person and you are smart enough, they will provide all this kind of POV message. They'll send to the hiring manager. They will give you strong recommendation, right? So it's crucial. It's really important. And nothing like, even if they don't end up referring you, or referral doesn't work for you, still you will be getting a lot of information, insider information which you can use for your next application. Got it? And the last thing is, talk about their work and genuinely learn. Yeah, I said the same thing now. So yeah, that being said, early networking effect. This is really cool. Okay, so you might be thinking that there was an opening for XYZ role. I just sent a referral request to 15 to 20 folks out there, or 10 folks out there for from that company, but I still did not get any response from them. So it's not good, right? But let's assume the first time you saw an opening in that company, you did 10 requests, five of them accepted your request, and two of them interacted with you. They said that, okay, give me your resume. By the time you gave your resume, the role was closed, or maybe you did not get any referral towards the end. Okay. The second time you apply, you see an opening in that company, you already have five people in your connection list, and two of them already interacted with you, so you know who are the folks who are willing to help you out. So two of them are already ready for, to refer you. Okay. And let's assume one of them is generous enough, and they can, like, they get on a call with you, and you are able to take their guidance. At the end, let's assume you see an opening for the third time in a company, and since they have talked to you, they know that if there is any kind of opening, they will reach out to you out front. So you see this message. It's July 24. By that time, I had already started working at Qualcomm, but I got a message from this person saying, "Hey, we have an urgent requirement for XYZ role. Can you please send your resume?" So that is how it works. You may feel initially that connections doesn't work, or it's like we are not used to pleasing people so much, and it doesn't feel good in the initial few turns, but it has a very magnetic effect towards the end. Okay. So you should definitely spend good amount of time in doing this. Yeah, points to remember the same. Always send connection requests to people from all your target companies. Okay, and they always have good communication with your seniors and batchmates. See, people ask me whom to reach out and how to reach out. For me, the answer is uh, to start with, the answer is simple. So you should always look at your seniors, because they have same education background, they must have done similar level of work, and they are the best folks to ask for referral, because they see that you guys are from the same university. They know something about you if you have talked to them in the past. So you can leverage that. And your batchmates. So some of like uh, a lot of our batchmates are like super pro. They are already placed into some of the companies out there. Okay. Or maybe some of your batchmates from undergrad, they are placed into some companies out there. What you can do is you can just ask them for a referral, because they have been studying with you, and they know you personally. Maybe you might have done some project in common, and that is how um, you get a strong referral from them. So I'll just give you one quick example of my best friend. So that person is a so my friend is a very good person. He helps a lot of folks out there. Whenever he studies, he helps all of his batchmates. Okay. So he maintained a very good rapport with them, and this helped him a lot, because a person with whom he worked in a project, she got selected for Qualcomm long back, and then she referred my friend with a very strong referral. And turns out his interview was so smooth that people, like the folks there, were almost certain that this guy will be selected right from the beginning itself. Why? Because she gave a very strong referral. And why was the referral so strong? Because he had very good rapport with his batchmates. So each and every person who is around you can help you in some or the other way. So ensure that you are having good connections, and you can get help from any direction. I do have some more messages from my seniors, and they are like, just let me know as soon as if you see any referral, a particular opening in my company. I'll just give a very strong referral, and that's how you go through. So yeah, that brings us to the end of the connections part. I know there will be a few more questions, but I'll answer those in some time. One last thing is the improvement loop. See, a lot of us fall in this trap of doing applications for weeks and months and months, and nothing shows up. Why? Because the kind of applications that you are doing on the very first day, if it is the exactly same as the application that you are doing now, it's not going to help, right? You need to improve each time you apply. So how do you improve? There are a lot of strategies that I talked about in my previous sessions. You can definitely have a look at it, and even in this session. But on the top of it, you need to constantly, every time you do an application, okay, let's assume you did applications for one complete week, 5 days from Monday to Friday, you did applications, and then during the weekend you need to update your resume. You got to see while you were doing the applications, you were going through the job role, you started realizing that there are a set of skills which is missing in my resume, and I need to have those things in my resume. So what you do is you just do resume scoring, which I talked about in my previous session. You update your resume, you bring in relevant projects, you do resume scoring, and then once you have a satisfactory score, in the next week you will be applying, you'll be doing applications, but in a much better way. And this is how you keep on improving. Believe me, I have felt this, the improvement. I have seen this improvement, and it works wonders. What I used to do is I did not have this in my slides, but I had my resume printed and stuck in front of me on the wall, and it helps a lot. It's like it is not at all equivalent to having your resume soft copy of your resume on your laptop or on your phone, in your phone. It's not going to help like that. Why? Because once you have your resume printed, every time you are going through a job role, you realize there are a set of keywords or a set of things that are not there in your resume, or maybe you get an idea that maybe if I frame my sentence for this particular work experience in a good way, it will help me. Then you can just highlight it with a red pen or whatever color you prefer. You just highlight it, you just write it in short, and once you are at the end of the week, you will see that you will be having like around 15 to 20 different small corrections that you want to make on your resume. So it's not like you need to again recall what were the changes I forgot and stuffs. You need to have all of this in place. Spend some time during your weekend, improve your resume. And weekends are the time wherein people working in companies are free, right? So they will be able to spend some time helping you out, reviewing your resume, and maybe talking to you on call. So utilize that time. It's really important. We are here to on a mission, right? So till the time the mission is not over, we should also utilize our weekends, is what I strongly suggest. Again, every person is built different. They need some time of some break in between, and they should know how to take a break, but it shouldn't be so long that you are like completely, your brain is like washed when you start when you get back to work again. Okay, that being said, all of the key things that I wanted to say is over, and now we can just go to the questions.